All right, so we are back here at the East Side Porch Talk. I have the link up here for anybody that want to come up and speak. We would love to hear from you. We're going to take a deep dive into Charleston White. They did an exclusive interview with him earlier today, so I would like to look at it and react with you all. I want to know your thoughts about this. I want you guys to come up here and tell us your opinion, your thought process. Charleston White, when it comes to the Carmelo Anthony case, he has been like the face of it. And he's telling a story where the father actually reached out to him and wanted him on it. And that's shocking to me. I'm like, wow, the father out of everybody, he wanted you, Charleston White. Like, I I'm surprised that out of everybody he wanted Charleston White to speak on this. Hey Barbara, how you doing, baby? And I want to know, would you guys would want Charleston White to speak on this? I mean, if you can get anybody to represent your family, who would you guys get? I would get somebody that reflect my values and represent, you know, my family. I wouldn't go for just popularity, especially given the reputation of Charleston White. He can come off like crazy, cartoonish, outlandish. And he also said the father was paying them money, paid them money. And I mean, they really needed to pray. If they would have prayed and asked God for direction, I'm sure God would have told them, do not hire Boosie, do not go in this direction because yeah, I really don't know what they're thinking. And Boosie is doing all this slander on the family. I was wondering, like, now is it time for the father to speak up, or do they have any other family members that can speak up? Like, where are the male leaders in that family? Where are the pastors of that family? Like, I would have had my pastor speak up on my behalf to go against Charleston White. I would have had maybe my uncle. I mean, does Carmelo Anthony have a grandfather that can speak out? If the father doesn't just want to speak out, maybe the father is scared of confrontation. But I don't know. I mean, if I'm afraid of confrontation, I'm definitely not going to get Charleston White because Charleston White is very confrontational. And I don't look at Charleston White as a powerful individual. I just look at him as a person that likes to run his mouth a lot. He gossips a lot. But I want to know your thoughts about this. If you guys can get the likes up, I really appreciate it. And I just want to say I appreciate you guys being here.
It says that the dad wants to book me. The dad wants to pay me $3,000. I think it was $3,000 or $4,000. The dad wants to pay me $3,000-$4,000 to meet with me.
Who dad?
Carmelo's dad.
Okay.
Well, I'm a businessman. He could be booking me for a killing. He could be booking me for a killing.
Are you serious? And you wonder why white people look at us the way we are. Like, who would say that? But I guess everything is jokes, right? Because white people, they get on, they roast about Shirley Underwood, skin complexion, and they joke about death. So it seems like we are going into dark times where anything goes as far as jokes goes. We can go how low we want to go. But on social media, they still censor you. Like on Facebook, I get censored for the smallest things. So I don't know how this is going to work with social media and all that. I wonder if social media is it going to become more lenient because that's where America is headed, where they're going to lift the bans up and allow you to just say whatever you want to say on social media on different platforms like YouTube, because YouTube is still, relatively strict. But let's continue on.
Airport, so I had to, yeah. So yesterday they canceled 1,000 flights.
Who you flying with? Spirit?
All airlines out of Cleveland, 1,000 flights.
Okay.
1,000 flights with American Airlines got canceled today.
Wow, that's crazy, man. So they give you a chance to calm down.
No, I got even more angry because I had to sleep on the floor for 7-8 hours. Yeah, I was even more angry, man. Yeah, my bad. I need to grab my lighter. Yeah. I'm on. Yeah. So listen,
you need an ashtray?
Yeah. Let me. Yeah. This is gonna be a real unique interview. Yeah, this is gonna be a real unique interview. Yeah, I done had a chance to calm down.
Okay, so what's the status of you and the Karmelo family?
Me and the status of the Karmelo family. Initially, I went with the Metcalf family. And I'm gonna tell white people, this not for y'all. I'm gonna get back to white people in a minute. This is for black people and niggas. When Karmelo and Austin Metcalf situation happened, black people ignored it because at first they thought it was black on black. So black people ignored it. They didn't have no say-so about it. You know how I know? Because I was online for at least 2 or 3 days, almost a week, arguing with black people because I said, fuck Lil Ronnie and the baby Chink, the rapper that had got killed with his baby. This happened around the same time. So when the mother put the GoFundMe on me for the rapper Lil Ronnie, I think the Metcalf family or Karmelo and them family had posted one. So I'm telling black people, y'all don't give a what I say about kids. Because if y'all really care about kids, y'all will be saying something about the kid that got killed out there at the track meet. Black.
And I will agree with Charleston White. I do feel like as a black community, y'all do not care about these kids. I do believe that you guys allow social media to raise your kids. You allow the streets to raise the kids, and then you play victim. Just how they're uneducated. They don't know much. When I see them working at McDonald's, they don't have any people skills. I mean, they're just dressing like they just stink and don't wash up. Uh, they have no regards for their surroundings or other people, like how they act towards elders in public and how they dress and no clothes on. And I mean, I seen it today. It was a group of black kids at this restaurant and they didn't have no clothes on, literally. It looked like they just stepped out the swimming pool, and it was so inappropriate because you got kids out there. They don't care about decency. They don't care about order. You know, they just start cussing with each other and grabbing and throwing and wrestling, all, like it's a circus. I mean, this is an establishment, you know, but they don't give a fuck. And clearly, whoever raised them like that.
People ignored that. When black people found out that it was a white kid, that a black kid gets a white kid, they immediately started giving to the GoFundMe. So at the time, I was doing a stream with Aiden Ross, and I was telling Aiden about it. And so Aiden donated $10,000 to the Metcalf family. And shout out to Aiden for doing that. I was under the impression at the time that Karmelo had brought a knife to school.
Whoa! Aiden gave $10,000. Why I'm thinking 10 million, $10,000. Okay. That ain't nothing for Aiden. Aiden get $10,000 in his sleep, right?
So in my mind, if you bring a knife to school, and I don't give a damn if you're being bullied, I don't give a who you're afraid of at school, you need to tell somebody. I wouldn't give a fuck. You walk by too many adults throughout the day going to school, you should tell somebody. So in my mind, this is first degree premeditated murder by a kid on another kid. This kid should get the max. That's what my stance at first, right? Mm-hmm. And you're talking to a guy who was the CEO of one of the most highly recommended youth organization in the state of Texas, which is Hyped About Hype Youth Outreach, was highly recommended to all 254 counties throughout the state of Texas by the Texas Juvenile Justice Department. I founded and ran that organization. So I used to train all the state's juvenile correction officers. It's not a county probation department where I hadn't went and trained the youth development. So I create youth program for the state of Texas. So this is my specialty. Not only that, I partner with one of the most powerful and one of top 5 best murder death penalty attorneys in the nation, and that's a guy by the name of Mitch Nolte. I met Mitch Nolte through a lady who does criminal defense mitigation by the name of Shannon Ross. So along with myself, Miss Ross and Mitch, we've saved plenty of children who've had violent crimes out of Collin County. So this would have been our specialty. Mitch is from Collin County. Shannon knows the judges. I've actually worked in the Collin County courts with the juvenile judges. So I've been there saving kids. So this was my specialty. I believe it was first degree murder had he took a knife to school because he was bullied, right? Mm-hmm. So,
all right, question. Did he take a knife to school? Because I was at Nancy Grace earlier today, and Nancy Grace, she showed a video, and the video that Nancy Grace showed, or the picture, it was a knife. Do you guys want to see that? If you do, press 7. If I get enough 7s, I will show you the knife that Nancy Grace is showing. She did an interview earlier today with Metcalf, the father, and they showed the weapon, and I was like, wow, because I thought it was a tool that they use for like the track shoe, but that actually looked like a knife, like an army knife that she showed, so thank you, Barbara. So I need more 7s if you guys want me to show you that picture from Nancy Grace, okay?
I say a few days later, maybe a week later, I get a call from a friend and says that the dad wants to book me. The dad wants to pay me $3,000. I think it was $3,000 or $4,000. The dad wants to pay me $3,000-$4,000 to meet with me.
Who dad?
Karmelo's dad.
Okay.
Well, I'm a businessman. He could be booking me for a killing. He could be booking me for a killing. Nigga, I meet up with him, get the money, and I keep the money. I listen to him, I look him in his eyes, and I listen to his story. His story made more sense. His story made more sense.
Oh, the son.
Yeah, it made more sense than what the media was projecting and propagating. You know what really made me not like the father in the beginning?
Why?
And what made me not like the family? He let his wife do all the talking at the press conference. Not only that, he showed up in front of the world when his son had killed the white kid in Collin County. He showed up in front of the world with Dominique Alexander and civil rights lawyers. They called me. Attorney Cole called me and said, "Hey, Charleston, can you help us promote the GoFundMe?" Nope. I gave it to the white folk, the white family, and keep it wrong. I know once I see certain figures, I see certain black figures.
Okay, someone said, yes, it's a knife, but it's considered a tool for track and field in Texas. Really? Because what Nancy Grace showed, baby, that looked like a motherfucking knife. I had no idea it was going to look like that. That looked like a knife. That looked like a knife I used to cut into a damn steak. That looked like a knife, It's sharp. That looks like a damn weapon. I wouldn't stick. I thought it was going to be like a tool. Don't you know when you're putting your shoes and you have your heel and your heel is going into the shoe and you may use something so your shoe can easily slide in that back heel? I thought it would be something that you can use like that. But when Nancy Grace showed that picture, I was like, whoa, and I just saw that recently.
In black faces, Lee Merritt, Benjamin Crump, Jasmine Crockett, Dominique Alexander, nigga, all these run together. Kim Cole, nigga, all these Freddie Haynes, all these are the hooks and crooks to run together. Nigga, they playing for the money. Being Crump them, but you know who was the mastermind leader? The white boy Sean King. Sean King probably ran off with $1 billion from the Black Lives Matter donation and getting his cut. So once I saw Dominique, I said, man, they playing, homie. Nigga, so I had a disdain when I saw the family with these people. Nigga, man, come to find out they not from here. They don't know nobody from here. Family never been in trouble. This man and his wife never been in trouble. They've never had a son, so they don't know what to do. These ambulance chasers went out there and brought them to the lawyers like they always do during a police shooting. Why do you think during a police shooting, you always see Ben Crump or Lee Merritt? You don't see no other lawyers. No other lawyers. In the last 15 years, how much money can you think them niggas done gathered in pocket? You ain't seen no other lawyers. So what they do, they get a community activist, a leader like Dominique Alexander, reach out to the family, and that's how they get the lawyer connection, because it's unethical for the lawyer to pursue it. They got somebody on poll, hey man, go down there and get with that family. I used to stop him in Fort Worth. So they've always been my rivals. Because I wouldn't let them come. I used to expose them when they come to Fort Worth. Because one thing about people can always say about me, as long as I've been working and dealing with the people, I've never asked for $1. Not one time. I've never asked for $1, nigga. I've never posted my cash out. I've never created a GoFundMe. Why? The strongest man in the land is the man who wake up and ain't got to ask nobody for a thing. Not a job, sugar, a ride, nothing, a cigarette, nothing. Strongest man in the land. So what I learned to do is to say what I'm going to do. And because of my character and credibility, people give to what I say I won't give to.
All right. So I'm going to fast forward it.
Throw a punch. Articulate, can communicate well, properly, has goals, has aspirations, and being a thug is not one of them. Looking like a thug is not one of them. Behaving like a thug is not one of them. This is one of all our kids. If you can close your eyes, if you have children, if you can close your eyes and think of the best kid around your children, that's this kid. So when I met him, I initially connected with him. And I knew he was going to have a hard time being on bond. So I started putting things in place for him. I had him an MMA coach, shout out to Trent, a boxing coach to go out there. I loaded him up with books. One of the first books I gave him and asked him to read is The New Jim Crow by Michelle Alexander. It talks about the 1 in 3 school to prison pipeline. 1 in 3 school to prison pipeline. 1 in 3 school to prison pipeline. He went to prison from school. 1 in 3 school to prison pipeline. He went to prison from school. Over 50% of children in the state of Texas are not arrested on the streets. They're either referred or come through school. 1 in 3 will go school to prison pipeline. So let me finish. So the dad always seemed, I don't like victims. I don't like people. I talk to victims and talk to them to be victorious. I hate a black man that see himself as a victim. I hate a black man that poor me. I hate a docile, subservient, beta male black man. No matter how much respect and likeness I have for you, you can't be that kind of man with me. I hurt your feelings. So I never hurt his feelings, but I was rough with him. See, while everybody talking, there was a time when he needed all these black people with these opinions, all these black lawyers that he said is powerful now. Where was they at then, nigga? They saw you with the same lawyers that you got now. You reached out to all these, with nobody there, nigga. They gave you a GoFundMe when the black lawyers and the black people realized they couldn't get that $600,000. Wasn't nobody there, nigga. The white people went in, and because there was so much controversy and he had so many oppositions in the white Republican conservative world, they put a halt on that money. Only people could touch that money is the lawyers. He couldn't have no access to it.
Ooh, Ray Johnson got something to say. Ray Johnson said, "This is one sick ass motherfucker. I can't stand his ass." Okay. Well, Ray Johnson, if anybody got something to say, feel free to hit that link. We want to hear from the community. This is Porch Talk. We want to hear that real raw talk. Just, be careful. Don't over to cuss. But I really want to hear from the community. And if we're going to be a community, which we are, I need y'all support. It is important. Y'all need to like this video so we can continue with this platform. Okay. I really need y'all support. All right, now we got somebody else that says Charleston White is the truth. Now, this is another different black man. So come up here, Ray Johnson, Brent Miller, come up here and debate it out. Is Charleston White the truth or he fake as fuck? Y'all black men, come up here and let's argue it out. What is it?
He couldn't. They would start going up to his job, acting like they wanted to buy a car. Get to the finance guy and say, "Hey man, this son killed somebody. Y'all better get him out of here." The job didn't fire him, but just for the safety, and they had to let him go in the brand. They had to let him go. He called me crying, homie. I ain't no savior, and I don't give a damn about helping another grown man. But because of my heart for a son, I put him in the car with me. And I didn't have a position for him. I made him a road.
So hold on. Karmelo Anthony's father got let go from his job. He started to cry and he reached out to Charleston White because he looked at Charleston White as a savior. He reached out to Charleston White to help him with this case. He paid Charleston White $3,000 to $4,000. Damn, man, I'm so sorry that black man felt like Charleston White is the only person that could help him. You know the culture is fucked up when Charleston White is y'all leader. Damn. Charleston White is the fucking leader. Okay. All right.
My road manager. I took over the car payments. When he told me, man, they looking for Karmelo truck. Karmelo had just had a Jeep, or had a red Jeep. He said, they done put a hit out on Karmelo Jeep. I can't hide it. I said, nigga, I'll take over the payments and I drive it around and let them look for me. I put the target on me, man. So he said they couldn't sleep home. They were moving so much. And because of my heart for my people and because of my heart for this family, they didn't deserve the backlash that they got from the white racist people, the threats, because their son made an impulsive decision. This was not a planned murder. This was not an intent to kill. This was not a well thought out, I want to hurt. This was not it. But white people treated it like it was. Not only did he have to move, the judge who lowered the bond, they haven't brought her up yet. She's in hiding. They started threatening the judge is in hiding, nigga. White folks, nigga, now the black judge who they voted in, she no longer is seen anymore. Her life became in danger. So here it is, this black family life is in danger, homie. Didn't you hear that man, didn't you hear Jeff Metcalf say, your mother live in Baton Rouge? We got, nigga, this is still America, nigga, the rural town, nigga. So, man, the nigga called me with tears. Nobody was there because they couldn't get the money. I took care of them. Not that they owe me anything. I never asked for anything, but I put a target on me. So I started going online, fighting everything that was coming after them. Sarah Fields, Jim Lane, the white boy that just got arrested for go shoot him in the head with the $1 million by now. I made them target me, homie. I started attacking them, saying, man, y'all come after me so this family can sleep and get some peace. I offered to let them stay in my house in Dallas. Man, your whole family can stay there. Won't nobody know where it's at. So these people was actively seeking and pursuing them. Real white people, nigga. This Texas. So I took this big right. You used to see me coming at Jeep. Mm-hmm. They were looking for his son's Jeep out there. You gotta let my son drive that motherfucker.
All right. What do y'all think about it so far? You know, Charleston tells us that Carmelo Anthony have a Jeep and it's a Target. So therefore, Charleston, he takes a Jeep and he put himself in line of fire to protect Carmelo Anthony family. Now, do you guys believe that everything that Charleston's saying, or you guys think that he's just gassing this shit up? Press 2 if you believe everything that he's saying. Press 7 if you think that he is gassing this shit up. That really gotta hurt for you to think this is like your brother, your family member, how Charleston White is painting this picture, and then to come out and selling t-shirts of your son, talking about watermelon felon, and to drag you out. I mean, Charleston White is emasculating this black man. Okay, he's emasculating. He is effing him on social media, literally. He is emasculating him, causing him and framing him as a bitch ass man. He already gone through so much shit. He gone through shit with white people. Now he got to go through this fuck shit with his own black people. Damn. Damn, how does it feel to be betrayed by your own motherfucker? Charleston White didn't have to come out here and emasculate this man and do all this. He did it right when he went off on the Metcalf father, and something happened behind the scenes because he came back really docile. The same bitch ass maid as he describes Karmelo's father to be, that's how Charleston came off, apologizing to the white family, you know. So it's interesting how things are playing out, isn't it? Comment, I want to know your thoughts. Let's get the likes up, and I want to hear what you guys have to say.
And I knew I should have did it. I would pay him. I'll give my son money, nigga. He Uber eating out in their old neighborhood in the Jeep they looking for. A truck run my son off the road. I ain't said nothing. Cause I ain't want to scare my mama. It didn't dawn on me. Fuck, nigga. This shit serious. What happened to me, ho? I was so mad. He think I'm mad at him. Man, Dad, a truck run me out. So, nigga, I'm invested in this shit. This before now. Where was everybody at the end, nigga?
I think Charleston is dumb as hell. That's your fault. If it's a target on the car, why the fuck would you drive it? Press 1 if you guys going to drive a truck with a target on it. Press 7 if you're not going to do it. And then not only that, you know the truck has a target on it. You know white and KK people are looking for this truck with the license plates. They looking to attack it because they think it's Carmelo Anthony. Why in the hell would you give it to your son to drive around? Y'all don't got any other cars? Ain't Charleston White, ain't he rich? Don't he got multiple cars? Impound that bitch. Shit. Do something, hide it in the garage. But to have your own child, you said your own, you should be mad at yourself. That was a dumb decision. And if you're supposed to be the black leader or the black influence, how do I got more common sense than you?
Where was everybody at then? I'm just paying him just to be paying him. I'm paying the car note. Nigga, I don't need this motherfucker, nigga. I ain't need it. Just hipping him, nigga. So he telling me I'm at his beck and call all to the day, all up into the trial, even throughout the trial. I'm at his beck and call. Any hour of the day, I'm at his beck and call. Me and Karmelo texting back and forward. He one of the most positive kids. He's stronger than his daddy. He's stronger than his daddy. Every book I gave him to read, he read it. He's stronger than his daddy. His daddy whining, man. I'm at his beck and call like a real brother. I ain't never making him feel like I'm over him or nothing, man. I'm talking God talk, trying to give him faith I ain't got. Lying to his son, telling God got it. It's gonna be all right. But I saw that white jewelry and I quivered, shivered. But I told him, nigga, it's gonna be all right. Then God gonna work through that white jewelry. I was lying. I didn't believe that. But I couldn't tell them I ain't have faith no more. I said, nigga, I lost faith, nigga, when I seen that. But I'm in this beck and call for a whole year. I had to tell him, nigga, I'm having fun for the whole. No, nigga, I gave him my heart, I gave him my time, I gave him my money, and I never spoke on it. For months, this man was saying, man, I feel like this lawyer gonna sell my baby up the road. He telling me this, man. He telling me this. Where you get the lawyer from? Dominique. It's Yellow Beezy lawyer. Nigga, that ain't no murder lawyer, man. That's a doughboy lawyer. Yellow Beezy gonna lose with him is what I told him. That is on my man. This white boy they win in liberal courts. Dallas is a liberal town. You can't get no Dallas lawyer and think they finna be big shot shit in Collin County. I know the baddest lawyer in Collin County. Mitch Nolte is what I told him. At that time, it was $500,000-$600,000. I said, I know a criminal defense mitigation specialist named Shannon Ross, who I used to work with. Man, they need to be on this case, homie. Put him in touch with Shannon. Shannon said, we need mitigation. We need defense mitigation. We need that. We don't have to worry about the money. We can get the money later, is what Mitch and them said. He still went with them, homie. Everybody was saying, no, he's not good over here. He even told me that his lawyer and the DA was once student and teacher. So the prosecutor was head over the DA. The DA never been able to beat him. He told me that. I said, homie, you need to get rid of him. We met on several different occasions. Me, him, and Shannon talked on several different occasions. He stayed with them for whatever reason, homie. But the guy ain't stopped helping him. I was frustrated and mad about it, homie. But I ain't stopped. I'm taking his son's shoes. I'm taking him, just trying to keep his, because he's a good kid. Graduation gifts. But nigga, I ain't doing this looking for nothing in return. I really believe that's a good kid. Still to this day. He didn't intend to do that. It's a reason why they ain't released the whole video. It's a reason why America have not seen that video. It's a reason why. With criminal defense mitigation, Shannon would have had an opportunity by way of the courts and Karmelo's rights to interview every kid up under that tent. Why didn't no kids intervene? Why? There's a picture of, they saying Karmelo didn't belong under that tent. Well, if he didn't belong under the tent, why was he up under the tent just the previous week prior with all the same students there? But you know who wasn't there last week? The two Metcalf twins. They were suspended. So they come back and then, this small frame kid was approached by 4 football players, not one white kid. And he never stood up. He remained docile until they started putting hands on him. New kid, new to the area, not a lot of friends, don't know how to fight, no violence in his history, never referral to the principal's office. No one can ever get on the stand and say this kid said anything threatening or anything in his past to now. Just all of a sudden, this one day, this kid is violent and threatening. No. I learned from going to school for psychology and dealing with criminal justice that even when you get in court, they look at what you've done before and add up.
I'm so fucking confused. So now is he flip-flopping back? The last time we seen him, he was dragging the father. Now I guess he talked to the father and they didn't talk everything out, or he got some more money. I don't trust Charleston. I don't think he's telling the whole truth. What do y'all think about this shit? How do y'all feel about his ass flip-flopping like a fish? Huh? Oh, it's comical at best.
What's you today? Past behaviors have always dictate future action. This kid has no past behaviors of this. If nothing else, negligence, homicide. If nothing else, involuntary manslaughter, but not first-degree murder. Because that's intent. He didn't have any intent. One stab with what? It wasn't a knife. So the wordplay was very tricky here. When they say a shove, it wasn't a shove. It was a slam on the ground.
All right. Do you guys want to see the knife that Nancy Grace is putting out there? Press 2. I asked you guys earlier. We didn't have enough numbers. So maybe we have enough now. If you guys want me to go to show you what Nancy Grace is putting out there, press 2 and I'll show you guys. And if you guys can like this video, I really appreciate that. This is the East Side Porch Talk. All right. So I got enough twos. Thank you guys for participating. I really appreciate it. And I need everybody participation. All right. And I just want to say while I'm pulling this up, I appreciate you guys for being here. Nancy Grace. All right. I'm pulling her up as we speak right now. All right. It's a commercial. So she had an interview with the Metcalf father today. And she also put up the weapon that was used. And I was surprised. I was taken back because it does look like a knife. This whole time, I thought it was like a tool that you put inside of your track shoes so you can slip your foot in it, easy. That's what I thought. I had no idea it looked like what Nancy Grace is putting out here.
Us live. Austin Metcalf, just 17 years old, stabbed dead. Joining us now, his father. This after Karmelo Anthony found guilty in Austin's stab death at a high school track meet. Good evening. I'm Nancy Grace. This is Crime Stories. I want to thank you for being with us. You're getting death threats. Explain.
I wish I had an explanation for it. I really don't understand. I mean, I understand people can be upset about the verdict and it didn't go the way they wanted to, but it was a fair trial and now they're claiming it's not. And I mean, I understand they're going to look for any avenue. They hope and pray that they could get an appeal. I understand it's due process. They're entitled to it. I really don't. I think the judge did a good job of keeping everything under control and in order, and all procedures were followed correctly. So they're entitled to an appeal. I honestly don't think it will be granted, but that's the way the system works. And
that his lawyers thought it would be too dangerous and too damaging to put him on the stand. That is why defendants typically don't take the stand, because they cannot survive cross-examination, or their story will unravel. For instance, if you did not intend to do a crime, why did you take a knife? And the knife has been greatly belittled in the press. The knife has been referred to as, hey, it's not even a deadly weapon. It's 1 inch. No, it's not. It's just a little shorter than.
Whoa. See, when she put this up here, I was like, what? I was completely taken back. And honestly, press 10 if this looks like a knife. Press 17 if you feel like this is not a knife. I mean, it looks like a knife to me. This is my first time seeing this. All right. So comment, I want to know your thoughts. Do you think Nancy Grace is this honesty? Is this real? Or is she making this up? Comment, I want to know your thoughts. Kind of odd how it looks like a black ears and wings. All right. People are saying 10. Karmelo right not to take the stand. All right. So it looked like you guys think it looked like a knife too. It's smaller than that. It's a tool, a hitting knife. We really don't even know if that's the right knife. Oh, it's not the. I would think Nancy Grace have all this money. She has all this resources. She will mimic the exact weapon that was used. And if this is a tool that people can use for track and field, then they have multiple tools like this. I mean, where can you buy this tool? Can you buy it at Home Depot? Can you buy it at Lowe's? Like, where can you get it? You know? All right. It's a utility tool. What name? Like if I wanted to look it up, if I wanted to buy one at Home Depot or Lowe's, can I buy it at Home Depot? Can I buy it at Lowe's? Can I buy it at Sports Authority? Maybe if you guys can give me the name, I can go look it up on the website and I can bring it here because I was trusting Nancy Grace and I was expecting her to give me the actual weapon that was used because I'm assuming this item you can buy, you know? So not used in track Walmart. Okay, so people say you can buy it at Walmart. It's the gut deer. It's the gut deer. Are you serious? They said it's used for track and field, not for no animals. Okay, I'm just going to play a little bit.
And the K-bar knife used in the Brian Kohberger slaughter. Look, I want to see it again, please. That is a deadly weapon. I mean, the law is that whatever causes a crime, whatever causes a murder, is a deadly weapon. It can be a car, it can be fists, it can be feet, it can be anything, a baseball bat that results in a death. That is a deadly weapon. So I don't know why people are trying to minimize this. I think I know why, Mr. Metcalf, because the fact that you take, as you and I have discussed many times, obviously off air, my son played soccer and my son did track, basketball, you name it. He's never taken a knife to a track meet. Why did Karmelo Anthony take a knife to a track meet?
That question only he can answer, and I guess we'll never know. I need to give credit where credit's due. Bill Rosinski, the ADA.
All right. So if you guys feel some type of way, I urge you guys, hit the link. We want to hear from you. We want to hear from the people. We want to know your thoughts. All right. I'm going back to Charleston White.
Mitigating factors is this kid have epilepsy. Any punch to the head, seizure. Too much stress, overwhelming, seizures. So those are the factors. Ineffective counsel. Never objected to anything. Should have been a change of venue. Shouldn't have stayed in that county. I told that nigga, man, tell him move it. He said, man, they say we might get a worse jewelry. You ain't gonna get a better one, nigga. That town, Collin County, is like this new town that's being built that we hear about online. They're just an all-white town and don't nobody live there but white people. That's what Collin County. That was one of the first towns to do that.
Whoa. What are y'all thoughts about that? Y'all not speaking out about that? What are y'all thoughts about an all-white town? To me, y'all not loud enough for that. Now, could you imagine if they did an all-gay town? Y'all would be up in arms. We'll never hear the end of it. An all-gay town? What they doing in our all-gay town? But an all-white town? Why y'all so quiet with the all-white town? I think y'all so damn quiet with the all-white town. And I think that white America got something brewing that y'all don't even know about. Have you guys been keeping up with the Heritage Foundation? They said they are 50% complete with their mission. And man, it's so much out here, right? But let's go.
Yeah, that was one of the first town to do that. Just 10 years ago, nigga. If you go through Collin County today with a quarter pound of weed, you might still get 10 years in prison. When in most states it's legal. A quart, 4 ounces, 5 ounces, you might still get 10 years. If you listen to the closing arguments of the DA, he wasn't just talking to that little black kid. You know why I'm so angry with that nigga daddy?
That's what I want to get to. Why?
Man, just let me vent, nigga.
Well, do your thing.
Just let me vent, nigga. The prosecutor, when he was giving me a close out, he told Karmelo, look at me. You look up at me when I'm talking to you. This is our town. And nobody's going to come in. This is a lynching talking. And I ain't making this about race, nigga. But we all know from this around this part, we know what that mean out there, nigga. We know to tap your brakes, cruise control. It's some towns you know, that's a sundown town. If people don't know, if people just really want to know, that's a sundown town. Collin County is a sundown town. So the way he talked to that boy, and me not knowing the daddy left him there alone to take the sentencing, there's no way I can stand with that man. There's no way I can stand next to that man. He left his boy to hang, nigga, by himself. Standing, my boy, when he looked back over his shoulder, daddy, that with you, nigga, with them tears in his eyes, said, you get ready. I won't be, when they hanging the boy, nigga, can you imagine 17 years old, you don't know nothing about no trouble? You don't know nothing about no trouble? One day you at home with your mama, your daddy, your little sister, nigga, and this kid is innocent, nigga. He don't know about dope, smoking weed, none of that. One day, you wake up the next day, you in TDC prison. You done skip the process of the county jail of waiting to have to psychologically prepare. You done skip the process of having to detach from what's around this place, nigga. Can you imagine what that little boy feel like, nigga? I cried for him, my nigga. Man, I cried for him, nigga. But nigga, I didn't know his daddy wasn't there. Jeff Metcalf said he was a coward because he wasn't there. Ain't nowhere in the world I can be seen with that man again standing, fighting for his boy. And he just abandoned that kid, man. I can understand his mama not being there to see it, but not him. I cried for 2 days, nigga, 2 days. I cried like a boy. I had time to practice my walk. I had time to shadow box before they sent me down. I didn't have time for nothing. His mind can't even prepare for this. Imagine your baby just graduated high school one day and the next day he in hell. If he got to wait 2 to 3 years on appeal, he ain't gonna be the same kid. He gonna be a monster. If he got to wait 2 to 3 years, homie, if they can't go get him, hurry up and get him out, get him a appeal bond, he ain't gonna be the same kid when he come back. No kid should be there. Now I heard people say, man, he's 19, man, that boy ain't like, man, that don't mean he's grown. So I raised $1 million. They wanted $150,000 off top to retain an appeal lawyer. I put up 75 off the most of my total. The first thing the dad said was, we need to start a GoFundMe, man. They shut the GoFundMe down. When he tried to get the GoFundMe, he called me. They shut the GoFundMe down. I said, shit, nigga, that's good. Yeah, nigga, all that big. Now we can show the world for us, by us, with us, of us, or against us. Now we can show the world we can take her on
All right. Barbara said that he is a lie. Do you guys agree with Barbara? Do you guys feel like Charleston White is a liar, that he's lying? Press one if you agree with Barbara and you feel like Charleston White is lying about this. Press two if you feel like he's been honest. And if he is lying, Barbara, do you feel like the father of Carmelo Anthony is going to come out and expose Charleston White lies? Do you think that he should? I want to know from you all. Press 8 if you feel like Carmelo Anthony father should come out and speak and expose Charleston White if he is lying and just, speak up. He's been accused of being a coward because he lacked a voice. I will say every black man is not created equally. Every father is not created equally. Every human being is not created equally. Your standards and your expectations of what someone should do is not reality. That shit is not real. You know, if he can't bear it, he can't bear it. He could be dealing with so much or trying to think about ending it all. Everybody is not created the same. Just because they were born with dick and nuts does not make them tough. All right.
Like they do there. Chud got $1 million. Derek Chauvin got everybody done something to it. They raised $1 million for him. Let me see if I can do it for you. What I told him. I think I can do it. I got you, nigga. Tell him I got it. Tell him I got him. When you talk to him, tell him I got it. You send him some books to read to keep his mind straight. He called me back and said, man, we didn't even have the medicine. I said, I got the $1 million. I got a call from, some big name people. And I told them we're not doing no GoFundMe. We're not doing nothing publicly where we got to go. I don't beg nobody asking for nothing. The strongest man in the land. So nigga, I'm a strong. So I can't. Yeah. So a lot of people don't want to do it publicly because they don't want to be it's too political. It's race. Yeah. So they'll love to give in the dark. So I never came and said anything publicly. In less than 24 hours, I was calling him, saying, hey, we're going to meet here to get the lawyers the money. We're going to meet here to get the lawyers the money. So I reached out to a pastor who's not a political pastor, but he has a non-denominational church. He has conservative friends. He has, he's connected and respected. So I said, Pastor, can we meet here, do an interview with Say Cheese TV? The Say Cheese TV interview, I'm going to put that $10,000 in his pocket.
All right. Someone asked, they said, I have a question. Why do black folks want to live around people that hate them? It doesn't make any sense to me. Well, when black people are moving into a mixed neighborhood or a white neighborhood, they have been traumatized by their own black people with all the killings and the shootings. And they are hoping to be in an area that has less crime, which is a lot of times, the white neighborhoods, they have less crimes. And they're looking to get their kids into schools that have good education. Oftentimes, what they teach at the white schools, the private schools, are different from the public schools. So they're looking to get their kids a better future, a better education, to get a, better upper. I think they don't expect white people to be racist. Oftentimes, if you don't experience, racism, you think that, all white people are not racist, because a lot of white people come off as Christians. So if you view Christianity, and whoever say they're Christian, if you view that as something that is inclusive to all, I mean, when you go to heaven, I don't hear Christians describe heaven as a place with all white people or a place with all black people or a place where they're going to be separated. I think that black and white people probably think it's going to be separated, but they never tell it. They never sell it. You know, they really don't talk much about heaven, actually. I think that's kind of awkward. But yeah, that's their idea. They don't expect to be met with racist people. So I'm sure it's a shock.
I'm putting that 10,000 in his pocket. I hit Vlad up. I hit some more people up, Sean Mike Kelly, to get them some interviews. So I hit him Antoine Daniels. So I'm going to put them some initial cash in their pocket, at least 10 to 15, 20 right now. This lawyer money going directly to the lawyers. We're setting this up for Friday. I had a show in Cleveland, so I'm gonna leave Cleveland, come here, meet with them, and get everything set up. Somebody called and wanted to donate an additional 250 to 500,000. They called my agency, but they brought up being Crump. I don't want to do number 10 is what I said.
All right. So Apollo says we need to create a hate crime bill. You also put children at risk of being harmed. Okay. Well, the hate crime bill, if Trump get its way, you're never going to get a hate crime bill. Are you guys familiar with the Heritage Foundation? If you are, press 2. Okay. Inside of the Heritage Foundation, they plan to like erase race. So all the race stuff, all the black stuff, they plan to take that out. That's what they're doing. And they're 50% complete. And of course, when they complete it 100%, the goalpost is going to move. So yeah, you're not going to get a hate bill, you know, especially if Trump and the Heritage Foundation, if they get their way, you're not going to get that.
So I named some names I didn't want to have nothing to do with. I don't want to have nothing to do with the NAACP. I don't have nothing to do with none of these crooks and hooks. Because where was they last year? They saw this, nigga, they ignored it. I've been screaming this for a year. Now all of a sudden it's a new money involved, it's a new light involved, it's a new thing. I said, no. We can handle this in-house. And we all from Texas right here. We all know one another. We all work with children in this system here. He's new here. We can really help this guy. But if you guys come in with this race shit, man, y'all got Texas up. Y'all got Texas up. And when y'all file that first motion for a new trial, they're going to deny it, and that kid's going to do about 18 on that 35 now. My game was to change the narrative. I told her daddy, we not for to make it about race. The issue is about the prefrontal cortex, the lack of brain development at his age. The Supreme Court said those are factors to factor in. We worked on a Miller Brown rule. How we got George Token him out, Eric Brown. So, man, the kids who had life without parole.
I'm going to fast forward it.
I respect the fact that he went through a jury decision so he can have all his rights. Do I like the decision? No. How can you argue with he went to jury trial? Did I believe all white jury could be so cold? Not today. Because Collin County is not an all-white town anymore. But that's just on the surface looking. That shit was orchestrated from start to finish. Man, black people wasn't paying attention. So I don't give a how they feel about what I'm saying. I've been there when y'all ignored it. Y'all was stuck on Lil Ronnie and Chink. Do you know it was someone from Collin County Court that was releasing the family's information to journalists and other people. They was going in and when he was bonding out of jail, it was somebody that was inside the court system that was doing that and got caught. She got caught and got suspended. Everything about them people being released. So nigga, I'm selling them shirts for white people. I'm making them shirts. White people need some shirts. They want the watermelon felon shirt. They just can't have a site that they can buy and sell it from. Because if they would, they'll protest it and try to shut it down. Black people can't protest me and say, man, we don't want them shirts. Yeah, Nick.
So if Karmelo Anthony reach out to you personally and say, hey, I need you to help me get an appeal attorney, are you gonna help him? What you gonna tell him?
Nah, homie. Your dad and them, I can't disrespect your parents. I can't do that, homie. Why? Because for you to make the decision, you have to make it with them. Yeah, nah, I honor nigga mother and father, but nigga. As much as it hurt me, nigga, I tell people all the time, nigga, kids have to suffer based on their mother and father's decision, no matter what I'm connected to them about. The world's gonna treat you according to who your mother and father is.
So what's your thoughts on that 35-year sentence when he handed down?
Boy. As long as it seems, he's still young when he come home. It's a typical juvenile sentence. So in the state of Texas, a juvenile can be sentenced up to 40 years for a crime, for a felony crime. So most of my had 40 years, 30 years, 35 years when we was kids. So for the judge to give that, it's not a harsh, extreme sentence in Texas. That's normal for a teenager, even if they was a juvenile. A juvenile with a murder case would get 35, but couldn't get no more than 40. So he stayed in the range that most juveniles would get if they was in juvenile court. So I kind of peeped the play on that.
Okay.
Yeah. Shout out to the judge, by the way.
Okay.
Another thing I want to say is this. I feel like, the Black community should definitely have their 17, 18, 19-year-olds involved in this case. I think they should watch this case. And I want to know, what are your thoughts? I think that the Black community is failing with not getting their youth involved. And I don't see a lot of youth and young people commenting about this or even reporting about this on social media. They can report on all this other bullshit about designer clothes and other stuff, but this is your livelihood at the end of the day. This is your new reality. This is going to be your kid's future. And considering how often Black teenagers fight amongst each other, well, see, does the dynamic change amongst each other? Maybe it change amongst each other. But shit, if I'll be like, listen, your ass can definitely get a lot of time, when you're in a mix of hostile environments, no matter what the race is. If you sense it is starting to get hostile, you can tell by spirits. It's just the energy. The best thing to do is to get away from the hostile environment, because you have to think about your future, and anything can go left in a second, and a life can be taken, not because you wanted it to, just because of reaction. Things happen. I don't think Karmelo wanted to kill him, to hurt him, possibly. Yeah, he wanted to hurt him for sure. But to actually kill him, and you can't determine when you hit someone if you're going to not kill him or not. You don't know. You don't know that person's health. You don't know their body. Everybody's body is created differently, So I think this should be a learning lesson for so many kids out there, because it could have been them in that situation. And I feel like oftentimes people fail to get their kids involved in cases like this, especially in the Black community. All right, let's go.
Let's switch gears for a second. So Jeff Metcalf,
Yeah.
he had some choice words for you.
As he should have. As he should have. All seriousness, man lost his son, my nigga. And I took the side of the guy who murdered his son. Where in the beginning, I was with Jeff. You know why I was with Jeff in the beginning? For one, I thought Karmelo was guilty from premeditated murder from taking a knife. Even after I found out it wasn't premeditated. Jeff showed up with a forgiving heart, and can't nobody take that from him. Swear to God, nigga. How mean he looked behind them glasses. His words was, he had a forgiving heart, homie. And that's what really stuck with me. I saw them up there playing the race card. I said, no, man. I even told Karmelo that, nigga, let's try to. He said, man, I don't know if you're trying to kill me or not, man. We had to kick him out. A man showing up with a grieving heart in front of the world. All black people. 2 kids have an incident, and you got black people, adults, acting like they mad about what kids was doing and rejected that man in such an ugly, nasty way. Dominique them did.
Wow. You know what? Talking about a community, you guys fail in that department. We have over 100 bodies here, and we only have 29 likes. Could you guys take the time out right now and to like this video? It's much appreciated. Can you please like the video? I really, really would appreciate that here at the East Side Porch. And I'm even saying it with a smile. All right, let's go. Thank you.
I'm talking about homie rejected that man in such an ugly, nasty way. You know what I told Karmelo's dad? You had your wife up there talking, the whole press conference. Nigga, I said, nigga, and y'all kicked the man out, homie. The man said, I said, homie, we can still, nah, homie. So if I come to you trying to make something right, and I got the right to be mad about what I'm not mad about, and you reject me, I'll hate you. I'll hate you. So I understand how you feel. I understand how you feel about me. I came because I saw, man, this is 2 families up. And they done let this dad play the race card. They done up. So this family became a target with no protection and no security. So my convictions as a man, my convictions as a black man, my convictions as I'm gonna get them some protection, even if I got to do it. So I went to the internet and I made myself a target. But, I said some things to Jeff, I said some things to Sarah and them. I went all the way off. So this family, y'all. And so, and they targeted me too.
All right. So Charleston White said, do not make it a race thing. Do you guys agree? Do you guys feel like you should not make this a race thing? Press 2 if you agree that they should not make this a race thing. Press 4 if you disagree and you feel like we should have made this a race thing. Now, what really strikes for me is one of the twins, they had a screenshot of them talking about monkeys and referring to black people as monkeys and saying if one of those monkeys show up at the track meet, they were going to do X, Y, and Z. When you refer to black people as monkeys, that is, racial. yeah, yeah. That when you refer to them as animals, like who taught you that? Like where did you get that from? Is that what they're teaching in these schools? Like what's up, you know? So yeah, let's go.
But I could take it. So he got every right to be mad. Every goddamn right to be mad, nigga. And can't nobody be mad at him for being mad. No matter how much his hate spill over, no matter how much it's projecting through interview, he got that right because his son in the ground. And like I used to tell, and hey, the boy's still alive. My mama wouldn't let us feel sorry for ourselves. I wouldn't give a how they bad they mistreat you. Do they have a right to do it? No, you still human, but you're alive. I still get to come down here and hug you. I can still get a phone call from you. That other family, they ain't got that, so you have to always remember that and have empathy. So you can't always make it. You can't be the victim and your son is there as the murderer. And you've been making sure now. So I heard what he said, and I thought it was funny and comical. Yeah, I thought it was funny. Yeah, I thought it was funny. And I think me and him can get along. And I think I'm gonna fight him or his son so they can get it off their chest. Yeah, I'm gonna get in the ring and either me and Hunter go fight or me and little Barney go fight. Me and little Jeff. But yeah, nah, man. As a father, when I look at this black father and I look at this white father, and I had to pick which one I stand with based off energy, I'm going with that alpha little white man with the anger and with the hate for I call you nigga, whatever. Why? I didn't want to play this game. I tried to, he's telling y'all this, homie. And I watched him and I studied him. And he's being honest, he didn't. White people didn't bring race into this. These local Black Lives Matter did. That's always done it, that's always known for it. They come into your cities, they come into your towns with the big fancy Black Lives Matter lawyer. They cause a division between blacks and whites. They get to go fund me money, they split it up, and they leave y'all fighting with each other. And they go on with the money. And that's what happened. The Dallas County lawyer got their money, went back to Dallas County. I'm sure he gave Dominique Alexander a cut for the referral. $600,000. I'm sure dummy got. So, man, Jeff, you have every right to feel what you feel, Jeff Metcalf. You have every right to feel what you feel. You even got the right to say what you're saying, my nigga. And can't nobody be mad at you. I know I ain't. I went through an emotional roller coaster. If something hurt me, I don't let it hurt me long. I'm a man. I didn't leave the house for almost 2 days. I stayed in the house and nigga, I went through a roller coaster ride. Just like every other person that goes through the grief process. First you're hurt. First you're shocked. First you're shocked. Then once you get through the shocking phase, then you hurt. So nigga, if you watch me in 2 days, nigga, I was shocked. Like, damn, nigga, lost for a word. Then the hurt hit. I'm processing it because I ain't trying to stay there. After the hurt comes anger.
All right, I'm going to fast forward it.
So why would you put a funeral where people sit down and be quiet and it's over with in 30 minutes compared to people falling over the casket and music playing? Nah, homie, they need to separate that because it's an insult to the white people that's graduating. The way we walk across stage is insulting. Now for us, hey, it is what it is, but for them, it's very insulting. Okay. I understand.
Before we get out of here then, so is there any closing? I want you to say something to the Anthony family and the Metcalf family. Start with the Metcalf family first. What are your thoughts? How you feel about Jeff? Would you like to sit down and talk to Jeff? Take your time. Not so fast. Hey, hello. You don't want to say that to the families? What about the Anthony family? Nobody. All right, so what you got coming up next?
A bunch of shit. The fight in New Orleans on the 19th. I got a movie role. We start filming with Boomtown. The end of June. I'm on comedy tour to the end of December.
I thought you said November. You just stretched it to December?
Yeah, they just added December 6th for Dallas, December 6th. Yeah, so yeah, Dallas, December 6th, I think that's the last date. Nigga, I got offered a distribution deal to do a 3 album. So more like a live comedy album. So yeah. So I'm thinking about accepting.
All right, y'all. Well, we're going to end it here. Thank you guys for being with me to react to this. Hopefully, you become a part of the community by hitting that subscribe button, and I will see you guys sooner than later. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Thank you, Barbara. And I'll see you guys sooner than later. Bye.